Welcome, Pisces, to your guided healing reading. It is Sachi, and we are going to take a look at what is going on currently in your healing journey, what are some issues or blockages that you're dealing with, how to overcome that, and then some general advice on your healing journey. If you haven't noticed already, the channel has changed to Sachi the Seer rather than Sachi the Scorpio. So just letting y'all know that all the content will still be found here. All right, let's hop into it, Pisces. This is what came out in the cleansing ceremony. We had the High Priestess, Five of Cups in reverse, Three of Pentacles upright, with the High Priest in reverse. So very interesting. I also saw the Lovers in reverse as well. With the High Priestess, you are definitely in your High Priestess era. You are trusting your intuition. Some of you, because the Three of Pentacles is here, may be in a spiritual business or something like that. The Priestess here is holding this like spectral ball of light, and it represents the solar plexus, the individuality, the ego. So it's like you are really able to see through people and see exactly who they are, you know, what their agenda is. And I was hearing like supposedly what their supposed agenda is, and really understand like ego stories, including your own. With the Five of Cups here in reverse, it looks like you are letting go of sadness. You're not letting people who have done you wrong, people who did not do right by you, you are letting that energy go. It is still coming up, but I love to see the Five of Cups reverse when it does come up, because it's telling me that you're really putting it behind you. And instead, you're focused on the Three of Pentacles. This is working in the abundance frequency of understanding how to utilize energy to multiply. And so this could be some sort of group project. This traditionally denotes like something like literal work, like a career sort of thing. So it seems like energy is being put into your career sector, which seems to be quite fruitful. And with the High Priest in reverse, you know, I like that the High Priest is in reverse because the High Priestess is upright. It kind of gives me this energy that you are feeling less sort of dogmatic. You're feeling less rigid. It's like you're going more with the flow and focused more on your feminine or yin energy as it relates to your intuition or spirituality. And that is bringing these fruits to you, these physical fruits, which is really, really good. So then we have we have execute, which is Ram. So it's telling me that execution is the biggest thing, right? Ram energy is Aries energy. And it's interesting because Aries also had the Five of Cups stuff. So if you have Aries placements, I highly recommend that you check that out. And especially if you're here and you're a tropical Pisces. So the reason why I'm no longer Sachi the Scorpio is because I'm actually a Libra. I looked at the real sky when I was born and found out that the sun was in the constellation Libra. So I could no longer hold a false identity of a Scorpio. So if you've never seen the real sky when you were born, I highly recommend you check that out, because all the constellations are not 30 degrees equal on the ecliptic, right? They're not 30 degrees like calculators lead us to believe. So the best thing to do is get a sky app and look for yourself. But anyway, with Ram energy, again, there's a lot of Aries energy here. And with this, like, Aries is all about sort of, you know, acting on impulse and taking action and things like that. So it does seem like your heart chakra, again, is aligned with this abundance frequency where it's easier for you to execute things and to take action. And with the trainer Sea of Nothingness in reverse, it feels like this is your relationship with the void. It's like you are finally out of the void. You're finally out of that sea of nothingness, which is like, again, you're still in your High Priestess energy, but you're not so tapped into these other dimensions that it's stopping you from taking action. Okay. So that's what wanted to come out in the cleansing ceremony, Pisces. I hope that you are well. You know, I'm recording this on the 9th of October, and we are in eclipse season already. The first set of eclipse, or the first eclipse of the series, right? There's always two eclipses that happen around the same time. We have the solar eclipse that's happening on October 14th. That is the day after Friday the 13th. And then we have the blood moon, full blood moon eclipse the day before Halloween, 2 weeks after. And the full moon is in Pisces. So obviously that's a big energy, true sky Pisces. So if you're interested in just knowing what's going on in October for the transits, you can check out my podcast at the True Sky Crew for any sort of astrological update. Me and two of my colleagues discuss everything that's going on in October. And so, yeah, I highly recommend you check that out, because this eclipse series is definitely going to be influencing you, since it's happening in the Virgo Pisces axis. And also South Node and North Node are really being influenced. So this is, yeah, it's a big deal. All right, let's see what's going on currently with you, Pisces. We have Ace of Cups in reverse with Page of Wands in reverse. So it seems like so you've learned a lot about unconditional love here. And it seems like what you have recognized is that, like, unconditional love without boundaries can be hurtful. And it feels like that's kind of where you are right now, is you're tapped into this aspect of love. But again, there's this, there's something about like love and boundaries. And I don't feel like it's with a particular person. Although, like I said, I did see the Ace of, or I'm sorry, I saw the Lovers in reverse. But Ace of Cups in reverse can indicate that you're not filling your own cup, that maybe you're expecting someone else to fill your cup. But Page of Wands in reverse, like this deck specifically talks about this like certain spirit that like steals children or whatever unless you do a certain thing. It's like you put this like certain symbol on your property or something like that. And as you can see, there's like, you know, this gate here. So again, there's something about not having boundaries. Let's see, what's the light energy? Explode using dangerous concert, and drift bloom using spooky balloon. So it definitely feels like there could have been some sort of explosion. And you know, when there aren't boundaries, that can sometimes happen, because you know, when you don't have boundaries, you build resentment inside of you because you don't like the way that you're treated. So it looks like there could have been some sort of explosion. It's talking about a dangerous concert. So it's possible that some of you like literally went to somewhere, right? Like a concert, and maybe you didn't energetically protect yourself or something. And now like you didn't have energetic boundaries during that time here. Let's see, it says, its roaring battle shakes the ground like a tremor, or like an earthquake has struck. So yeah, you know, again, there's like explosions, and even on a grand scale, we've seen that there have been some earthquakes. There was one in Morocco and things like that. And it definitely feels, again, like a lack of boundaries, a lack of psychic protection in some sort of way on a personal level. With drift bloom using spooky balloon, this is telling me, like, you know, in the third eye, in the mental space, there's some sort of like kind of like eerie feeling. Again, there could be like a psychic implant perhaps from certain music that was being listened to. It says, some say that this Pokemon is a collection of souls burdened with regrets, silently drifting through the dusk. So yeah, there is something going on. It's talking about like souls filled with regret. So again, it feels like this is a collective thing that you're part of. Obviously, Pisces, you rule the collective consciousness, but it seems like maybe a group activity that you're a part of. Again, maybe some concert, or maybe you're listening to, you know, a new album that everybody else is listening to and things like that. And again, not having energetic boundaries with things that you're listening to can really bring sense of despair, and can knock you out of that vibration with the Ace of Cups in reverse. Let's see, what's the shadow here? We have Raichu, Circle Circuit, Noivern using Supersonic, and Lunala using Wings of the Moon. Yeah, so whatever this is, you're doing it, and so is the collective. So, and again, it could have been a concert, but I'm also getting some sort of like music that you're listening to that a lot of other people are. And again, it's knocking you out of the vibration of loving yourself because of the way that the frequency of this music is influencing your nervous system, literally. Because with here, Raichu, you know, look how he's just like, you know, relaxing in this meadow and things like that with Circle Circuit. This has influenced your nervous system. So whatever you're listening, you know, your nervous system is listening to it, and this might be putting you in a more of a depressed state. And I don't necessarily mean like sadness depression, but like your nervous system is depressed, meaning that like it's not activated, like you don't want to do anything, which I guess, yeah, that is being depressed as well. It says, the plan for today is to do nothing. My awesome tail is curled up and my ears are tired too. Yeah, so whatever this was, it drained you of your life force, basically. You know, it's talking about the tail's curled up and your ears are tired too. So it's like whatever you were listening to, your ears are tired of this same message. Again, whatever this music was. Or maybe you listen to something too loud and literally your ears are hurting, or you have tinnitus or something like that. With Noivern using supersonic, look at Noivern's ears. It's literally called the Soundwave Pokemon. So again, this really has a lot to do with the music that you have been consuming. It says the ultrasonic waves emitted from its ears can reduce a large boulder to pebbles. It swoops out of the dark to attack. So yeah, this is talking about like sound waves that can like take large things and reduce it to pebbles. So it feels like what you listen to may have like disrupted the, you know, like your inner ear has these little crystals, right? And those crystals are how your body gauges where you are in space, right? And when those crystals are damaged, that causes vertigo and things like that. And it feels like that is what was happened. Like your ear may have been damaged by whatever it is that you were listening to. And with Lunala, Wings of the Moon, this is definitely some emotional issues that are coming up. Lunala is the moon Pokemon. So obviously, you know, Wings energy are like, you know, communication. So it's like psychic implants of emotions through certain sound waves. Yeah. And look at that full moon back there. Like I said, the full moon blood eclipse that's happening on October 30th is in the constellation Pisces, and that is going to be an intense eclipse. It says, it is said to be the female evolution of Cosmog. When its third eye activates, away it flies to another world. Wow. So yeah, again, it's talking about the female evolution of Cosmog. So again, it's telling me that your feminine essence is evolving, because we did see that High Priestess upright, which again represents more of the yin energy. And this is talking about how when its third eye activates, it flies into another world. So again, when your psychic senses are heightened, so obviously you're having some third eye activations. If they haven't come online yet, obviously they're going to be coming closer to when the eclipse is hitting near whatever placement you have in Pisces, right? Because you're here. And it's talking about how it flies into another dimension. So again, it seems like you're able to access these other dimensions, not necessarily the void of nothingness anymore. You're actually going specific places. But it seems like maybe the places that you're going may not necessarily be the best. All right, let's see here. What's the issue? Judgment and Nine of Wands in reverse. So it's really interesting. When the Judgment card came out, I was hearing like there's something about not thinking about the long term enough, because the Judgment card in this deck is you know, the Egyptian mythology of when you pass away, your heart is weighed against a feather, and if your heart carries burdens that are too heavy, then you can't ascend, right? Then you get reincarnated. So that's why you want to release all of the heaviness and hardness on your heart, so that when you do pass away, you can ascend to a higher dimension. But again, what I was feeling was that like there's this complete sort of lack of forethought about, you know, your personal end of days, and, you know, how you want to, you know, what you're doing for your heart now in order to release that sort of pain and things like that from the heart. Because, and again, it seems like here it's like ear damage, right? And it's like, you don't want to do things that are going to damage your ears because you have a whole life to live and you need your ears, you know? So, again, it feels like a sort of a lack of forethought, or a lack of, like permanence of like how your current actions are influencing your future. And with the 9 of Wands here in reverse, it also feels like, it feels like your inner child is sort of running the show. Like, maybe you don't have an integrated inner parent in order to, like, help, right? Because like the inner child's gonna be like, yeah, I want to listen to this music so loud and do what I want and this, but the inner parent, okay, clearly that wants to come out. The inner parent would be like, you know, how about let's listen to it at a reasonable level, and then we can enjoy this music for a longer time, sort of thing. So, yeah, let's see. So Genesect wanted to come out. I feel like this might be a separate message. It is steel type using spitting beam. So steel type represents protecting your aura, protecting yourself. And it says the ancient bug Pokemon was altered by Team Plasma. They upgraded the cannon on its back. And it's the Paleozoic Pokemon. So yeah, there's something about like an ancient bug. And again, there's something very ancient about what's going on. This could be some past life stuff coming up. It's talking about how it was altered by Team Plasma. And the cannon was, you know, altered on its back. So again, it's talking about the plasma doing the alteration. Anytime Archangel Gabriel barks, it means that the angels are affirming. Gaby, come here. And so, yeah, there's something about your plasma, which your plasma is, number one, it's like your ionic aura. And number two, your plasma is also part of your blood that like carries, like it creates your ion gradient within your blood as well. So very interesting. There's something that has changed from that. And again, like sound, right? The cannon, which is like a sound frequency, like a big boom. It definitely gives me, I was hearing like bass cannon. It changed your plasma, right? And again, it seems like, yeah, your body is responding to the frequency that you're listening to. But let's see, what's the light energy here? Yeah, light energy going right up is, you know, third eye in reverse. Again, we see that your third eye is being activated and you're going to different dimensions, but what dimensions are you going to? It says that a collection of souls burdened with regrets, silently drifting. So it seems like it's bringing your mental space into one of, you know, burdens, regrets, things like that. And again, it's because of what you're listening to. Let's see what's the shadow here. Okay, what wants to hide? Glossifer using leafage. Unpheasant using quick attack. Yeah, the thing is, you know, unpheasant is unpleasant energy. And this is very quick, unpleasant energy. And it's called the proud Pokemon. So there could be this aspect of pride that you don't want to put aside because it's unpleasant. Even though the thing is like, it's, how do I want to put this? There's something about, yeah, it's like you want a quick solution, but that's not how that works, right? There is no quick solutions. It says males have plumage on their heads. They will never let themselves feel close to anyone other than their trainer. So this is talking about the masculine energy. So we see like currently, right, you're more in your feminine energy, feminine evolution. And the issue here, the blockage, is the pride and proudness that the masculine energy is and how it feels only close to its trainer, which can be this distorted view of a relationship in some sort of way. Especially, like I said, I did see that Lovers card in reverse, so there could be, you know, a lack of inner union that's reflected in a lack of outer union. And it's talking about how they'll never let themselves feel close to anybody. So again, that could be a defense mechanism of the way that your plasma changed, right? Because of this Cannon energy. And now there is this basically a barrier that stops your masculine energy from getting close to anybody else other than a specific person. We do have Glossifer using Leafage. This is the flowering Pokemon. So this is talking about the heart chakra. So the heart chakra is still flowering. And this is the one that wanted to hide. So this is definitely more subconscious. It says it whirls around the wind while singing a joyous song. The delightful display has charmed many into raising this Pokemon. So again, there's this aspect of the heart like blossoming and going on this display and sort of putting on this nice song and dance, right? But really there's like deep-seated pride that's not letting someone get close to somebody else or get close to anybody else. All right, so let's see. Okay, yeah, I was feeling this. So, like I said, we're going to see what we can do to overcome this issue. And then we will also see some general advice for your healing journey. But let's get an angel from the Angelarium. Okay, there's two. So we have Gavura, which is the left-hand Judgment in reverse. So it's also interesting with Judgment here. You know, Judgment typically means making some sort of judgment call, right? Making some sort of decision. And it seems like the decisions that your heart has made is actually weighing so deep on your heart that you are filled with these regrets, that you're filled with, you know, your heart is filled with these burdens. But really it's your head that's still burdened with them, and your heart is still trying to process it. And, you know, the angels are saying, like, do not judge yourself. Try to release judgment that you have on yourself, because any way that you are judging yourself, then, you know, that judgment energy is going to carry with you when you transition. And Sahaquil, the angel of sky. So I always recommend with the angel of sky that you look to the actual sky itself. Again, getting a sky app, like Sky Safari or Night Sky, and taking a look at that, because clearly there are some messages for you in the sky, and really, you know, the sky will give you those messages, not me. All right, let's see what nature would like to say. We have winter solstice, reflection in reverse, and summer solstice. Interesting, radiance. So this is literally like the flipping the script energy, right? It's not the winter solstice, it's the summer solstice. So some of you maybe in the southern hemisphere, right, where you just had right, the northern hemisphere just had the autumnal equinox, the southern hemisphere just had their vernal equinox. And so with this, it's saying, like, don't reflect too much. Again, like, you may be very pensive, and again, that's why your third eye is just kind of moping on these regrets and going into these other dimensions that are, you know, more lower dimensional, right? And so it's time to, like, stop reflecting, give your third eye a rest, and go get some sun. Go outside, get some light on your skin, be in the radiance of the sun, and get the light before winter comes, no matter where you are. If you're in the northern hemisphere, then you definitely want to be getting, you know, a good amount of sun before winter hits. And if you're in the southern hemisphere, you're going to be want to, you know, be getting sun since it's spring. You'll naturally probably be more outside. All right, let's see what Mother Moon would like to say to bring us into the extended. Work through your fears and step out of your comfort zone. So yeah, no surprise there. We have work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. Obviously there is some fear-based stuff that is stuck in your heart, right? And it's like your heart is just doing this nice song and dance because there's so much unpleasant energy. You just want a quick fix with it, but that's not really how it works when it comes to, you know, literally getting rid of your soul burdens, right? It's getting rid of the burdens of your heart, but again, this is like something that's attached to your soul. And if your heart doesn't process this pain and this fear, then it's going to weigh you down when you transition. Step out of your comfort zone, North Node. As I mentioned, the lunar nodes are being hit with these eclipses. So your North Node represents going towards your soul mission, what you are meant to do in your mission here on this planet. And it will require you to step out of your comfort zone. So, you know, that's how growth happens. You have to work through your fear and get out of your comfort zone in order for you to, you know, reach these higher levels and to do what you're meant to do here on this planet. So that, yeah, let's see in the extended where this is going, Pisces. The link is in the description box below. It is available for Eagle and Phoenix members. If you are not a member already, then you can sign up on my website, sachitheseer.com or sachithescorpio.com. They'll both bring you to the same place. And you can go to the menu to plans and subscriptions and sign up there. So again, the link is in the description box below, and I hope to see you there.